everybody, welcome back to VibranSea. I just got done with a very windy beach walk, thus this incredible hair. But I just felt really inspired to make just a fun little, not serious video on things you might not know if you're going to move to Maui. So definitely take everything I say with an ample pinch of sea salt because it is all subjective. But with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Okay, let's get into our first one. And a lot of these are gonna seem super like no-brainers, but you'd be surprised how many people move here and after the fact realize that they are not in the mainland anymore. And that is nowhere more clear than the fact that in cities, you expect AC in everywhere that you live. And here it's a luxury and definitely not something you're gonna get in most of the ohanas or other units that you're renting out. And I've definitely experienced that firsthand. My uncle's house doesn't have AC. They've lived there like 18 something years. No AC. And that's just something that you learn to deal with and you kind of get acclimated to eventually. But trust me, the first summer I was here, I had that breezeway going from my window to my door and I was still melting my face off all summer. But like I said, it gets better, guys, so hang in there. Item number 2 on our agenda is creepy crawlies, AKA bugs, AKA they're everywhere. You can't escape them, they're unavoidable, it just comes with the territory. If you have one crumb on the floor, they will find it. And what I just have to say to that is like, take jars, put everything in your pantry in a jar or an airproof container, or put it in your fridge, and that really significantly cuts down on the amount of bugs. And for the most part, it's just cockroaches and ants, which really isn't that freaky. Centipedes are another matter, and they definitely are a problem here in Maui. I've never had one personally attack me, but I do have friends with horror stories. And basically what it all boils down to is if you feel something in the middle of the night seeking out your warm spots, AKA your neck, your armpits, or your crotch, throw it as far as you can and run. Also know that if you turn on the light, they may scurry towards you, which is nightmare fuel. But just, again, one of those things that you just learn to deal with. And my aunt's little piece of advice for that is get boiling water and throw it on the centipede. Not really sure how that works, how you're supposed to boil the water fast enough or throw it on the centipede, but God bless, she's next level, so I don't put it past her to do that. My personal advice is just to run or Google it. But either way, really, that's about it for creepy crawlies. Now, to get our minds off of that subject, let's talk about something really positive and fun, which is that your neighbors are your best friends. I've talked about this in another video before, but if you're nice to them, they will be nice to you. And that usually means that whatever fruit their trees have, you might also be lucky enough to get some. And that's definitely been awesome for me. The mangoes here are legitimately the best mangoes I've ever had in my entire life. And there's all different varieties, which means you get to try a lot of different things. And because everything is local and organic and meant to thrive in these conditions, you really get unparalleled fruit excellence. And I am a fruit connoisseur. I can easily claim that this is not subjective. This one is for real. Best fruit ever. And if you're lucky and you're nice, you might get some for free. This one is definitely something that I've talked to my coworkers about, and people agree. Having a crappy car out here is definitely a weird type of status symbol. Of course, there's a place for really nice trucks or the old guys in Wailea who drive really beautiful, crazy cars. But for the most part, I've never had so many people like throw me shakas or just be really nice or let me into a park where it usually charges like $10 for free because they can tell that my car is a local car. And I just like it because I'm not a car person to begin with, and it makes life way easier with my adventures. I don't have to worry about any dents it gets along the way, but crappy car lovers, rejoice, you've found your home here in Maui. Living on a small island, there aren't a ton of people my age, which is mid-20s. So those that are work service industry jobs, meaning they might work different schedules than me, and people tend to change their plans depending on if there's good waves that day or not, which I totally get, but it can make it a little bit difficult to make friendships. And when you do find people, keep them close because they will show you the best spots on the island. I just went out the other day and we snorkeled at a sunken pier, and getting in was just kind of sketchy. The water was super shallow and there were lots of vana, which are sea urchins. but because they had done it before, they knew it was safe and legit. So we were able to get out there, and I never would have done that if they weren't with me. So that's why when you find good friends, keep them close, because they'll show you the most amazing spots on this entire island. Okay, everybody, that concludes some random tips if you're gonna move to Maui. Of course, like I said, don't take anything too serious in this video. If you wanna fight me in the comments about the mangoes, I understand. Definitely leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video so I can keep making more content that you guys enjoy. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.